Okay, the Dragons. You guys, sit here. You're the CEOs. As ever, £3,000 of my money will be invested on Monday in stocks presenting. We only got 2 companies. You coming up?
Oh, we'll get 2 minutes.
Oh, you're going to get 2 minutes each. I'm looking for Anglo-African Agriculture, Optibiotics, Big Dish, and Plutus Powergen. Good, okay, I think we've got it. Right, the Dragons, who will make the decision. Steve Moore, the man who has worked with me for all bar 4 weeks since of leaving university, which was what, 12 years ago?
Yeah, 2007.
11 years. No time off for good behaviour. And Darren Atwater, the Pizza Hard man, who wants me to say that last year he was the most successful Dragon in terms of a pick. Broken clocks. Right, we have 4 companies to pitch. First up is Big Dish Ventures.
Thank you.
1 minute.
Well, good afternoon. Big Dish is a consumer tech company, and we operate in the restaurant booking space. If you think of websites like Booking.com, where you can book discounted or last-minute hotel rooms, or websites where you can book discounted last-minute airline seats, we are doing the same in the restaurant industry. On the premise of why should a table on a packed Friday night cost the same as a Friday or a Tuesday afternoon? We operate in 3 Asian cities at present. We're growing every month. We've got a world-class product, a great team, very experienced team. The CEO comes from a price comparison website backed by Goldman Sachs. We've got people that came from Just Eat, Play.com. We're expanding into the UK very shortly, and we're pretty excited about the next 12 months as it's all about growth, and we believe we're in the right space, and food tech is an exciting space to be in. Thank you.
Thank you, Aidan. Anglo-African Agriculture. Last year it was Big Dave Lenegas, and he managed to hoodwink Nigel Ray into backing this pick. So you're not Big Dave Lenegas, not unless he's lost a lot of weight. Over to you.
Great. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm with Anglo-African Agriculture. A couple of reasons why it's a good pick for this coming year. We have an operating business called Dynamic, operates in the food industry. We have a factory in Cape Town. We grew revenues by 23% last year and gross profit from 25 to 30%. In terms of the board resolved end of last year to open our horizons and increase our opportunities and move away not purely on food but more opportunistic in Africa. The reason why, there's a direct correlation between investment in Africa and the resource price index. The resource price index between 2015 and 2017 took a major slump, and as a result, the investment in Africa dropped by 50 to 60%. However, from 2017 and currently 2018, there's certainly an uptick in the resource price index, and we believe there's going to be a massive increased investment in Africa, and as a result, the existing businesses in Africa are going to reap the rewards. Third reason we believe it's a good pick is the shareholders and the management are aligned. In fact, the shareholders, 30% of the shares are held by management and directors. Finally, although no guarantee and not 100% success rate, the existing directors have been involved in capital raising $500 million and creating liquidity events for over $3.5 billion. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Plutus Powergen. No?
Rushing on from side, apologies.
Okay, go on. 1 minute. It's now 50 seconds.
Now 50 seconds.
45.
Sorry, we're a flexible generation provider. FlexGen meets demand in the UK when renewables can't. So solar and wind, very, very quickly, if the sun goes behind a cloud or the wind drops, supply goes away very quickly. Demand cannot move that quickly. We step up. We generate probably for about half an hour to an hour and a half typically, and filling that gap essentially. So we operate about 120 megawatts in the UK at the moment, and we're moving now to combine batteries on those sites as hybrid and also move into gas. One of the aspects of a lot of renewables on the grid as it's fundamentally unstable. Prices are very volatile. Gas can take more advantage of that volatility. We partner with funders, we partner with our EPC contractors to create a cooperative environment where everyone's making money. We're looking forward to the next year despite some quite tricky regulatory environment, but we think there is an awful lot of structural requirement for balancing power in the UK, or indeed any grid where you have a centrally dispatched grid like the UK. Thank you very much.
Have a seat. Connemara. This guy works for the only person upstairs who's seen me with my clothes off. Over to you. 1 minute.
So I'm Patrick Cullen. I'm the CEO of Connemara. We're an active explorer. We're focused on gold and zinc exploration in the Republic of Ireland, which we believe is a world-class jurisdiction. It's certainly highly rated globally in terms of investment attractiveness for mining and exploration. It has a 50-year track history in some very important and interesting zinc mines, high grades, good metallurgy. Navan is still producing, will go for another 20 years. It's the largest in Europe. We've just defined a maiden resource on our zinc project with our joint venture partner in Limerick. It's immediately adjacent to a Glencore project, which is fairly massive. It gives us a very good strategic position. We've had success in gold exploration in Donegal, just over the border from the Dalradian Resources project in Tyrone, where they're hoping to build a gold mine in the coming years. They've got planning permission in now. So we believe Ireland is an emerging gold territory as well as a zinc mining province. And yeah, so we're drilling now. We'll have results in May. We've had positive results from drilling in December and very pleased about the maiden resource.
Thank you. Optibartics.
Good afternoon. Optibartic Health is a company active in the microbiome space. So basically, that's the bacteria you have on your skin and in your gut. It's an area of development which has been predicted to have a potential in 2025 of about $1 trillion for development. We have a number of platforms. We started out with 4 platforms. One of them was SkinBiotics, which we spun out in April of last year and listed on the stock exchange at a value of £11 million. All our platforms are validated development and technology platforms. All of them have been de-risked to a large extent. All of them built so that they can be spun out as separate divisions, potentially separate companies, and listed on the stock exchange. What we're trying to do as a company is basically impacting upon the human health through the microbiome. It's an area that has been predicted to be one of the largest growth areas in healthcare for the future. We're a very lean organization. We are today only 6 employees. We work through partnerships, both for manufacturing, production of finished products, and also for distribution. So as a company, we have a very lean and low burn rate. And we believe that our developments will clearly disrupt the industry, both in healthcare, but also in health foods going forward. Thank you.
Thank you. Right, over to the Dragons. First up, Darren Atwater. The highlight of Darren Atwater's journalist career was back in his native Canada when he was writing about a local politician who unfortunately had one of his legs chopped off. And so Darren ran the story, this man doesn't have a leg to stand on. And for that, the local authorities put him in prison for a night. So, criminal, Darren Atwater, what's your pick?
I can never go home again. I think consumers are generally moving towards renewable energy, and the flexible generation space is something that's needed. So I'm going for Plutus as my Dragon's Den choice.
There you go. Hackney hipster goes for the green shit. Okay, no surprise there. Steve Moore.
I've already picked a couple of resources companies so far. You've probably got enough Optibartics, Tom, so I'll go for Big Dish.
You're going for Big Dish. Okay, for me, obviously, my heart wants there to be a gold discovery in the ancestral homelands of Donegal. But no one can have too many Optibartics. Naturally, I will go with Optibartics. I do own quite a few shares in this, but I think the shares are very, very cheap. So Optibartics for me, that's it for this session. Thank you very much.